Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to lecture number 28 of Software Engineering 1 CSE 291. In today's lecture, our topic will be software quality assurance. So far we have covered the analysis phase, design phase, and following that we covered the testing phase. We had 3 lectures on software testing, and the topics that we covered in testing, we started with the definition of testing, then we studied levels of testing, and then we studied different techniques of testing, and then we saw how we write effective test cases. And following the testing lectures, we will be covering in today's lecture software quality assurance. And today we will be discussing different techniques that how software engineers or how software companies, they are supposed to ensure, or what are the methods that they can use to ensure that the product they produce is of a acceptable quality and is of a good quality, so that the customer, when he sees the product, he's happy to accept it. But before we get to that, let's have a recap of what we have covered in software testing. So as I said, that the first question that we answered when we started our topic on software testing was that what is testing? And I think you guys are familiar with the journal errors, and we saw there are different kinds of errors that can occur when you run a computer program. And we are mostly familiar as programmers, we were familiar with the errors like the compile time errors or the link time errors, जो कि आपका compiler खुद से error दे देता है. For example, you wrote a program और उसमें आगे जी there are these 5 errors or 6 errors in the code. Now those errors, they are not bugs, okay? And software testing is not supposed to, is not basically used as a tool to fix those kind of errors, because we test the software once we say that there are no errors, and we run it, and then there are some problems, okay? So that's why testing is kind of more difficult, because the program is actually running, but it's doing something inappropriate. And what is the definition of inappropriate? For example, if it's supposed to calculate a value, and each time you give it the same input and it's producing different output each time. Okay, now that is some serious mistake, okay, because inconsistency is one of the biggest problems. Then other kinds of error, for example, it's not handling the files properly, okay, it's not generating some reports properly, okay. So there are different examples, you know. For example, there are performance issues that is not consistent. So why do we do testing? We do testing because we want to make sure that our program, it gives consistent and accurate results. And then the second question was that who does testing, okay? And the answer to that question was, I mean, I think few things which are very simple. That who does testing? Everybody knows that there are software testers, or there are designated people who would do testing, okay? But then we saw that it's not only the software testers whose basically job is to test the software, but there are other people who also do testing, okay? And who are those people? We saw that the developers, they also do testing, okay? And then we also saw that end users, they also do testing. Okay, how developers do testing? We will get to the types of testing later on, when in this slide when we come to that. But why developers do testing? Okay, there are 2 main kinds of testing. Number 1 is black box testing, and then we saw there is white box testing, okay? And when we say white box testing, it means that we are concerned, or we want to know the internal logic of our code. We want to know that the logic that we have implemented, or the semantics of our code, are absolutely correct, okay? And the reason is why developers are supposed to do this kind of testing is because they are the ones who have written the code, okay? And they are the ones who know how this code works, okay? And the reason that the developers do white box testing, we do not write formally test cases for white box testing, okay? Keep that in mind, and when we come to software test cases, I will touch this point again. So developers, they do testing, and what do they make sure? They make sure that the semantics of the code, or the logic of the code, is implemented correctly, okay? And then the third kind of people who do testing, we said, are end users. Now here it is important to differentiate between the end users and the customer. Customer may not be the end user, okay? He can be the end user, but it is not guaranteed that the customer will be the end user, okay? Now what is the definition of end user? End user is somebody who will actually use your product, okay? Whereas customer is any stakeholder who has the money and who has the authority to give you a certain work, Okay, now the example is that for example, a CEO of a company, he wants to automate his whole company. Okay, and he comes to you, to your company, and says that he wants this and this software built for the company, but he may not ever use the software. Okay, he might just see the reports that are being run by your software, or that are being generated by the software that you guys develop. So though he is the customer, because he has the authority and he is the one who will actually pay you the money, but the end users are the people who are working in his company. So end users, they also do testing of the product. And what kind of testing they do, we call that type of testing is called, or that level of testing is called, acceptance testing. So the end users, they are also responsible for testing. And what type of testing or what level of testing? Acceptance testing. Okay ji. So now we know that we knew after testing that there are three kind of people who do testing. Number one are software testers, which are very easy to figure out, and then we saw that developers, they also do testing, and then number three we saw that end users, they also do testing. Okay, and then the question is, why do we do testing? Okay, now there are two answers to that. Okay, and we found the answers very later on when we were discussing test cases, that there are basically two answers to this question, that there are two goals of software testing. Number one is efficiency, and number two is credibility. Okay, now here first of all we need to define that how efficiency and how credibility. Okay, when we say that the goal of software testing is efficiency, then that is for the company itself. Okay, for example, I am running a company and I say that the software testing I do, I want to measure the efficiency of my company. And how do you measure efficiency? On the basis of testing. Okay, now you can calculate or you can measure the efficiency of your software testers by the number of errors that they have identified. Okay, for example, you have 20 testers who are testing the software, and you can generate a report and see that per tester how many bugs were identified. Okay, so you can gauge the efficiency of your testing department through software testing. Secondly, you can also gauge the efficiency of the developers through software testing. How is that? That you can record or you can generate reports that per build, how many errors, what developer was responsible for how many number of errors. Okay, so per developer you would have a value कि ये बंदा जो है हर build में इसके इतने error आते हैं. So you would know that how many efficient developers do you have in your team, or who is the most efficient developer in your team. So when we say that the goal of software testing is efficiency, that is for your own team. Okay, and the second goal of testing is credibility. Okay, now the credibility goal, that is intended for the customer. Okay, we want our customer to think that we are a credible software producing company. Okay, we want them to treat our product as a credible product. Okay, so that when they use our product or when they recommend us to someone else, they would say that their products, they are very good. Okay, they do what they say. Okay, so when we say that the goal of testing is credibility, then that is intended for the customer. Okay ji. And then following that, we also looked at software testing process. Okay, we kind of identified that what are the key things or what are the key steps in software testing. Okay, and here you actually see that how different things are linked with each other. Okay, we saw that the first thing you do when you start thinking about software testing is, and whoever is responsible for software testing, what he should do, the first thing that he should do, he should study requirements. So the first thing in the software testing process is requirement study, or study of the requirements. You try to go and you try to analyze what requirements have been gathered by business analysts or software requirement engineers. Okay, and then the second step is analysis and planning. Okay, and the third one is test case design and development. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is test execution. Okay, number 5 is test closure, and number 6 is test process analysis. Okay, so these are the 6 steps of software testing process. Okay, so we start off with the study of requirements. Okay, and then we have discussed it at length when we studied software testing, that why do we need to go through the requirements and why this is important, because when we start writing test cases, or when we say that we have to test our product, then what is the criteria against which we will test the product? Okay, the criteria is the set of requirements that have been gathered from the customer or from the end users. Okay, because in the end, when the customer will receive your product, okay, or when you say that this is the product that you have, when you go and deploy the product at the customer site, customer will again look at the requirements and say, okay, we told you to develop this, so they will test it. They will also test it against the requirements. So that's why, as a software testing engineer, or as a test manager, you need to actually go and study the requirements first in order to properly write the test cases. Okay, because without proper knowledge of the requirements, you will not be able to know how to test the product. Okay, requirements are not enough at times. Okay, so you might find few problems. Okay, for example, you saw that when, for example, one of the functionality of the product was you need students will be registered using this product. Okay, now when a student registers, requirement के अंदर लिखा हुआ है कि जी student are supposed to enter their name, their I don't know, registration number and the course they are trying to register for, and then they can add some comments and things like that. Again, when we do testing, we are very particular. Okay, we exactly write what is the expected result of this test case and we compare it with the actual result that we get. Okay, so at times you also need to refer to the design documents. Okay, you also need to go to maybe the user interface design to actually figure out that what was the length of this particular field that the user can enter, or have we actually specified that or not. Okay, why this is important? Because when you take the product to the customer, he might ask that what is the length of this field, what is the length of the name a student can enter, or what is the length of the comment field. Okay, so at times we need to go and look at the design documents as well, and then add the requirements to write a test case. Okay, so the study of the requirements or the understanding of the product is very critical to writing test cases. So that's why this is the first step of the software testing process. Okay, and at number 2 we have analysis and planning. In this phase of analysis and planning, what we do is we try to figure out, we make an overall plan first of all for testing. Okay, that what are the dates and at what days what level of testing will be performed, how many resources would be needed at that level. Okay, how the bugs will be reported. Okay, what is the how much time a developer is supposed to take to fix a bug. So all these kind of things, they are decided in this second phase of analysis and planning. Okay. Then comes the third stage when we do test case design and development. Okay, now we have the understanding of the requirements, we have gone through the design documents. Okay, we have done the planning. Now we are at a stage that we can start preparing the test cases. Okay, and this is the third stage. Now at the fourth stage, we actually perform testing, which we call test execution. Okay, and at the fifth stage we call test closure, when we say okay, the testing process has finished. Okay, and we know how many bugs have been identified, we know how many bugs per developer have been identified. Okay, so we can generate different kind of reports. Okay, we can generate reports which would tell us that how many bugs were discovered in this particular build. Okay, किस developer के कितने bug थे. Okay, how many were serious bugs and how many were moderate or low priority bugs. And then at the sixth stage, we do a test process analysis, and the purpose of this stage or this step of the software testing process is to improve the testing process, because software testing is a continuous process. We want to improve the process. As a software engineer, when we work in a company, we want to improve the processes that are in place in our company. So we do a test process analysis where we try to figure out कि अच्छा यार ये जो हमारा टेस्टिंग का प्रोसेस था, इसके अंदर कितनी जल्दी टेस्टर्स ने बग्स निकाले. ठीक है, और बग्स जब रिपोर्ट कर दिए तो डेवलपर्स ने कितनी जल्दी उन बग्स को फिक्स किया. सो व्हेन वी हैव दीज रिपोर्ट्स, वी डू एनालिसिस ऑन दिस रिपोर्ट्स बिकॉज वी वांट टू इम्प्रूव द प्रोसेस, वी वांट टू इम्प्रूव द प्रैक्टिसेस ऑफ अ company. So this is the software testing process. It has 6 stages: requirement study, analysis and planning, test case design and development, test execution, test closure, and test process analysis. Then we discussed levels of testing and how do we actually define level of testing. Level of testing actually define as definition of level of testing is कि आप कितने इसमें कोड को या कितने प्रोग्राम को आप टेस्ट करेंगे. Okay, and we saw that there were 4 levels of testing. Number 1 was unit testing, then we had integration testing, then we had system testing, and the final level was acceptance testing. Okay, and what is unit testing? Unit testing कहती है कि जी आपने जो भी कोड का यूनिट लिखा है, for example you've written a small function, you've written a small class, so you test it. Okay, so this is the smallest or this is the most micro scale of testing, क्योंकि इसके अंदर जितने हम कोड को टेस्ट कर रहे होते हैं वो सबसे छोटा, you know, the quantity is not big. ठीक है, तो हम कहते हैं इसको हम यूनिट टेस्टिंग कर रहे हैं. Okay, and who is responsible for unit testing? It is the developers. Developers, they actually perform unit testing, and what type of testing is used at this level? We call it white box testing. यानी कि unit testing जो level होता है इसके ऊपर जो technique of testing जो हम use करते हैं, that is white box testing. Okay जी. And then the second level of testing was integration testing. Now, as the name suggests, that when we think of the word integration, then we quickly realize that we are trying to combine few things together. Okay, first of all, that is what integration means. So here, in the sense of software testing, let's say you have developed 2 modules and you have tested them individually. Now when you have to integrate them, you will need to test them again. Why? Because you need to make sure that when you combine 2 pieces of code, whether they work together as well or not. Okay, whether the things that you have implemented in one, they are contradictory to the things that you have implemented in this other one. So integration testing we do whenever we are integrating different modules or integrating different components together. Okay, so this is the second level of testing. Now the third level of testing, that is called system testing. And the system testing says that when you have integrated all the different modules of the product and you're sure that you have implemented every functionality in the product, then you are at a stage that you can do overall system testing. जब हम system testing कहते हैं तो उसके level का मतलब ये होता है कि हमने सारी की सारी product complete कर ली. So now we will run all the test cases on our product and we'll make sure that our product is working absolutely fine. So that is system testing. Okay. And then comes the final level, which is very similar to system testing, which is called acceptance testing. Okay, but here the difference between the name is that who perform which kind of testing. System testing testers करते हैं, whereas acceptance testing, that is performed by the end users. ठीक है, क्योंकि accept product आपकी किसने करनी है? End user ने करनी है. End user will run the product, they will run all the test cases, and once they are satisfied, they will tell to the customer that okay, the product is working according to the requirements. Okay, so this is the final level of testing, जिसको हम कहते हैं acceptance testing. Okay जी, and then we study different techniques or different methods of testing. ठीक है, उसके अंदर हमने देखा था कि broadly we have 3 techniques of testing. ठीक है जी, 3 techniques or 3 methods of testing. Number 1 was जी हमारे पास होती है white box testing. फिर हमने कहा जी हमारे पास एक होती है जिसे हम कहते हैं black box testing, and then we have one kind of testing which we call incremental. Okay, now there are 2 main categories. One we call black box, the other we call white box. Then there is a variant of these 2 which we call incremental and threat testing, we call that. Okay, first of all let's see white box को हम already define कर चुके हैं. White box testing क्या होती है, जिसके अंदर हमने we try to test the internal logic of the code. ठीक है, and as the name suggests, so that's why we need to know the structure of the code, and we know that who performs this testing. We know that this kind of testing is performed by the developer. ठीक है जी. Then we have this black box testing. Black box testing जो होती है ना, that is data driven. ठीक, we send some data to the product. ठीक है, we check the functionality of the product and then we compare the output data. ठीक है, और हम हर दफ़ा जब हम टेस्ट रन करते हैं, जब ब्लैक बॉक्स टेस्टिंग करते हैं, तो वी आर इंटरेस्टेड इन नोइंग कि जो फंक्शनैलिटी हमारी प्रोडक्ट ने देनी थी whether that is working fine or not, and how do we compare, how do we know कि फंक्शनैलिटी सही है कि नहीं है on the basis of the output data. ठीक है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इमेजिन करें कि दिस इज द सिस्टम. ठीक है, ठीक है, so we don't know what's inside because this is black box testing, so we send some data in and we get some data out. Now this output is what is our gauge. We will compare this with the output that we were expecting. ठीक है? So we say कि we have an expected data or the expected outcome, और ये हमारा actual data. So we'll compare these two, and if there is a difference, we will say there is a bug. So black box testing का मकसद ये होता है. We are not concerned with how the code is implemented. We are not concerned how the logic is implemented. We just want to test the functionality of the product. Now that is black box testing. अच्छा, इसी में भी हमने white box testing की जो main types पढ़ी थी. White box testing का मकसद क्या होता है कि आपने code जो लिखा हुआ है, you want to make sure that you go through each line of code at least once. This is what you want to make sure when you when you do white box testing. Whereas in case of black box testing, there are different techniques. ठीक है जी, करते हैं हम हर एक के अंदर फंक्शनैलिटी ही चेक है. जिस तरह फॉर एग्जांपल देयर इज वन काइंड ऑफ ब्लैक बॉक्स टेस्टिंग जिसे हम कहते हैं इंस्टॉल अनइंस्टॉल टेस्टिंग. नाउ इंस्टॉलेशन एंड डिलीटिंग अ प्रोडक्ट और अनइंस्टॉलिंग अ प्रोडक्ट, दैट इज अ फंक्शनैलिटी, ठीक है, ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट. लेकिन हमने क्योंकि इसको स्पेसिफिक नाम दे दिया, तो हमने कह दिया जी इंस्टॉलेशन एंड अनइंस्टॉलेशन, दैट इज अ टाइप ऑफ ब्लैक बॉक्स टेस्टिंग. ठीक है. नाउ इफ यू तो इसमें हम करते क्या है, वी जस्ट इंस्टॉल द प्रोडक्ट, वी अनइंस्टॉल इट एंड ट्राई टू इंस्टॉल इट अगेन. वी वांट टू मेक श्योर दैट whether this process is being done smoothly or not. And now you guys must be familiar with installing different operating system, for example Microsoft Windows, and if you have installed different versions of Windows on your computers or on your laptops, you must have figured out that at times when you try to install a copy of Microsoft Windows, then it says that the version you have is basically superior to the version that you're trying to install. For example, you have Windows 7 on your system and you try to go back to Windows XP. Now maybe the XP series won't allow that, because it would say that you have a operating system running which is better than XP. Okay, so you have to do a clean install. ठीक है, यानी कि so the people there who have produced this product, this Microsoft Windows, they have made sure that they have done this installation and installation testing. Okay, so that is an example. Now other kinds of black box testing, they include load testing, performance testing, and stress testing. What is the purpose of these kind of testing? That you want to make sure that your product actually performs well under heavy stress, under heavy loads. Okay, so you need to make sure that. And then other types of black box testing include system testing, acceptance testing, okay, in which you test the whole system, and acceptance by mean that you test the end user test your product. Okay, and then we have various other kinds of black box testing. One type of testing is called sanity testing. In sanity testing, what we ensure is because the overall testing, it takes lots of effort. So हम कहते हैं यार हमने जब इतनी बड़ी effort करनी है, उससे पहले we want to make sure कि हमारी प्रोडक्ट सही काम भी कर रही है, कि इस काबिल भी है कि हम इसके ऊपर इतनी एफर्ट लगाएं. तो वी रन अ स्पेशल काइंड ऑफ टेस्टिंग जिसे हम कहते हैं सैनिटी टेस्टिंग. सैनिटी टेस्टिंग के अंदर हम क्या करते हैं, वी जस्ट ट्राई टू रन रैंडमली डिफरेंट टेस्ट केसेस एंड वी ट्राई टू सी कि हमारी प्रोडक्ट इस काबिल हो गई है. अगर उन रैंडम टेस्ट केसेस के ऊपर भी बग्स आ जाते हैं तो हम कहते हैं नहीं, अभी हमें अपनी प्रोडक्ट को और बेहतर करने की जरूरत है, एंड देन विल डू द सिस्टम टेस्टिंग. ओके, सो देयर आर डिफरेंट अदर एग्जांपल्स ऑफ ब्लैक बॉक्स टेस्टिंग दैट वी कवर्ड. ओके जी, एंड देन वी हैव जो मैंने आपको कहा था इंक्रीमेंटल एक और टाइप है, एंड थ्रेड टेस्टिंग इज अनदर टाइप. सो इंक्रीमेंटल और इसे थ्रेड टेस्टिंग के अंदर हम क्या करते हैं कि फॉर एग्जांपल यू हैव इम्प्लीमेंटेड सम कोड, और आपको दिस इज मोर एप्लीकेबल इन केस ऑफ एजाइल प्रोसेस मॉडल्स व्हिच वी हैव ऑलरेडी कवर्ड. कि यू इम्प्लीमेंटेड सम फंक्शनैलिटी, और आपकी जो सेकंड इंक्रीमेंट थी यू इम्प्लीमेंटेड समथिंग एल्स, और यू चेंज द सेम फंक्शंस. ओके, नाउ यू हैव मेड वेरी स्मॉल चेंजेस, सो बट वी वांट टू मेक श्योर कि जो नेक्स्ट इंक्रीमेंट में आपने उस फंक्शन के अंदर चेंज किया है उससे कि पुरानी वाली चीज़ भी चलनी खराब तो नहीं होगी. ओके, सो फॉर दैट मैटर वी विल डू इंक्रीमेंटल टेस्टिंग. ठीक, इसी का एक और वेरिएंट है जिसे हम कहते हैं इंक्रीमेंटल थ्रेड टेस्टिंग. ठीक है, व्हाट वी मीन बाय दैट कि इफ यू हैव डिफरेंट, लेट्स से दीज आर द डिफरेंट मॉड्यूल्स इन योर सॉफ्टवेयर. ओके, नाउ वन लॉजिकल पाथ थ्रू योर प्रोग्राम या वन लॉजिकल फंक्शनैलिटी says कि आपकी ये फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक रिपोर्ट जनरेट करनी है जो इन तीनों मॉड्यूल से निकलेगी, एंड देन द रिपोर्ट विल कम. ओके, सो ये हमारे कोड के अंदर से एक लॉजिकल पाथ बन गया. तो जब हम कहते हैं कि हमने डिफरेंट मॉड्यूल्स के अंदर चेंजेस किए, उसके बाद हम इन लॉजिकल पाथ्स के ऊपर जो टेस्टिंग करते हैं उसे हम कहते हैं इंक्रीमेंटल थ्रेड टेस्टिंग, बिकॉज वी वांट टू मेक श्योर कि जो लॉजिकल पाथ दैट इज बीइंग थ्रू दीज मॉड्यूल्स, वी वांट टू मेक श्योर दैट इज वर्किंग फाइन और नॉट. ओके जी, नाउ वी on the basis of this knowledge we also discussed a very interesting matrix. ठीक है, जिसको हमने कहा which we can draw like that. एक matrix हमने पढ़ी थी, ठीक, जिसके अंदर हमने यहाँ पे लिखे levels of testing. हमने कहा जी यूनिट टेस्टिंग होती है, फिर हमारी होती है इंटीग्रेशन टेस्टिंग, ठीक है, देन वी हैव सिस्टम टेस्टिंग एंड देन वी हैव एक्सेप्टेंस। ओके, अब हम देखते हैं कि हर लेवल के ऊपर कौन सी टेस्टिंग की टाइप या कौन सी टेस्टिंग की टेक्निक हम लगाते हैं। सो पहले हमने देखा कि कौन सी है, वाइट बॉक्स, ठीक है, देन वी हैव ब्लैक बॉक्स एंड देन वी हैव इंक्रीमेंटल एंड देन वी हैव इंक्रीमेंटल थ्रेड। सो ये जो आपके कह लें जो एक्स एक्सिस के ऊपर वैल्यूज लिखी हुई हैं, दीज आर methods or types of testing, and these on the y-axis they are levels of testing. Okay, now unit testing, when we say that the level of testing is unit testing, उसके ऊपर जो हम टेक्निक लगाते हैं that is white box testing, ये टेक्निक उसके ऊपर यूज होती है। इंटीग्रेशन के ऊपर we use multiple techniques, इंटीग्रेशन के ऊपर we use white box as well, we use incremental as well, we use incremental thread as well. And when we say system testing, तो at system level we only do black box testing, ठीक है, क्योंकि सिस्टम लेवल के ऊपर हम सिर्फ फंक्शनैलिटी से कंसर्न। सिमिलरली एक्सेप्टेंस टेस्टिंग के ऊपर भी द ओनली टेक्निक और द मेथड दैट इज यूज्ड दैट इज कॉल्ड ब्लैक बॉक्स टेस्टिंग। Okay ji, so this was the things that we covered in software testing, and the final thing on the final lecture was on writing test cases. Okay, so number one is that what is a test case? Okay, so test case, we define that test case is a sequence of steps, okay, that we run to make sure that the certain functionality is working fine or not. Okay, to formalize the process of testing, and we have already said कि जब हम white box testing करते हैं तो उसके अंदर हम test cases नहीं लिखते। वजह क्या है? The reason is कि white box testing करता कौन है? डेवलपर करता है। So the same person who has written the code, he actually performs that testing, and it is assumed that he would always do that. Okay, so he does not need to waste time to actually specially write the test cases for that, because he is the person जिसने लिखा है, उसी ने उसको टेस्ट करना है, so you do not need to write anything about it. Whereas in case of black box testing, the person who writes the test cases, he might not be the same person who will actually execute the test case, क्योंकि जो test cases लिखना है, for that you need experience, ठीक है, and you need knowledge of the product. Okay, so the experienced people, maybe the software testing manager or the senior software tester, they would be responsible for writing test cases, whereas maybe you might have specific people who actually run those test cases. ठीक है, तो इसीलिए हम test cases लिखते हैं ताकि हम जिस बंदे ने वो टेस्टिंग करनी है, we can make the process very easy for him. We can say कि take this document, it will tell you the sequence of steps that you need to follow to run this test case. Okay, so that's why we write test cases. Okay, now the question is कि आप जब test cases लिखते हैं तो उसके अंदर होना क्या क्या चाहिए, ठीक है, तो उसके अंदर we saw that there are different things that can be part of a test case. उसके अंदर we can discuss few of the important ones. Okay, so number one is that the thing that you can have when you write a test case is the requirement ID that you are trying to test in a particular test case. You always mention that कि इस test case के अंदर मैं इस requirement को test करने जा रहा हूँ, ठीक है जी। And at number two you have requirement ID तो आपने लिख दी। Number two you write, in fact at number one you should write, we'll change this to number two. Number one पे हम कहते हैं कि unique ID of the test case, ठीक है। नंबर टू पे आपने रिक्वायरमेंट आईडी पे लिख दी। एंड नंबर थ्री यू ट्राई टू राइट द टेस्ट कंडीशंस और एंड इन फैक्ट एक्सपेक्टेड रिजल्ट्स, ठीक है। you want to mention the expected results or the results that you expect when you run this test case. Okay जी। And number four you have the test data कि आपको एक टेस्ट केस रन करने के लिए डाटा कौन सा चाहिए। एंड नंबर फाइव यू हैव द टेस्ट स्टेप्स, ओके, and at number 6 you have maybe the actual results. Okay, and number 7 you have you can have notes and you can have questions to the developers. Okay, now these are the 6 fields. This is not an exhaustive list. Now there are a lot of things that you can add to this list. जिस तरह हमने जहाँ पे लिखा test conditions and expected results, after that you can have post you can have 2 steps. एक भी आप कहते हैं जी test setup, किस test case को run करने के लिए आपको कोई setup करना है, तो you write that, and then you have some post execution activities. यानी कि अगर आपने कोई setup किया था, if you want to change it or bring the software back to its original condition to do that, तो you do that. Similarly हमने इसमें देखा कि हमने एक field लिखी है जिसको हमने कहा expected results. Now you can have more detailed test cases जिसके अंदर आप हर step के भी expected results लिखते हैं और हर step के actual भी record कर सकते हैं, ठीक है. Similarly you can also timestamp these test cases कि ये test case आप किस वक्त run करेंगे. You can also have a field which actually timestamps that. Similarly, you can have fields which actually record the version number of the test cases. This would be helpful because this would let you know कि किस बंदे ने किस वक्त आपके इस test case को change किया और क्यों change किया. So these are the different things that we should have in a test case. And then when we did this software testing lecture, we saw examples of test cases. Okay, what is the difference between a well-written test case and what is the how we can say that this is a good test case or this is a very high-level test case. And high-level test case are bad because they assume that the person who will be running these test cases, he is experienced. Okay, whereas अगर आप बहुत detail में test case लिखते हैं तो anybody who is familiar with using computers, he can take the test case and run it. Okay, so that is the advantage of writing detailed test cases. So this is what we covered in software testing, and now let's see what we have in store for us in today's lecture. And as I already introduced, that our topic today is software quality assurance. And what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear this word, software quality assurance? Okay, now we know what we mean by software, we know what we mean by quality, and assurance is that we want to assure the customer, we want to assure our maybe high-ups in the company where we are working that the product that we are producing is of good quality. Okay, so software quality assurance, it's an umbrella process. Okay, why we call it an umbrella process? Because because what does an umbrella look like, first of all? So let's say the umbrella looks like something like that. Okay, okay, so this is an umbrella. Okay, so why we call it an umbrella activity? Because we say that this actually covers the overall development process. Okay, so when we say software quality assurance, then we want to make sure that the quality is in place in all the stages or in all the steps that are involved in producing the software. ठीक है, यानी कि हम ये नहीं कह सकते कि we need to ensure quality in implementation, we need to ensure quality in testing, we need to ensure quality in, we cannot say कि we need to ensure quality in any one of these more than the other one. ठीक है, reason is कि अगर हमने for example कह दिया कि जी हम analysis के अंदर बहुत we will ensure that everything that we do is up to mark and everything is of very good quality, ठीक है, हम कहते हैं जी हम analysis में बस make sure करेंगे. okay. अच्छा, आपने एनालिसिस में तो कर लिया and you've got very good list of requirements which are very unambiguous, which are very good, लेकिन आपने कहा जी उसके बाद हम डिज़ाइन में भी नहीं करेंगे. we will basically take a very laid back approach of quality and then we'll just, क्योंकि हमने requirements इतनी अच्छी इकट्ठी कर ली हैं कि we do not need to worry about design. Okay, then that is wrong, because software quality assurance, that is a process that should be followed throughout the development. तो हमारी analysis के अंदर भी, हमारे design के अंदर भी होना चाहिए, हमारी implementation के अंदर भी ये होना चाहिए, हमारी testing के अंदर भी ये होना चाहिए. Similarly when we deploy, so it's basically throughout the life cycle of the product that we need to make sure that we are ensuring quality in the product. Okay ji, so that's why we call software quality assurance, that is an umbrella activity. So what is quality? Okay, quality, that is a subjective term, so we need to come up with the measure. We need, because in the end हमने ensure करना है कि हमारी product quality है कि नहीं. How we make sure that this is of good quality? Okay, so how do we define quality? Quality refers to any measurable characteristic such as correctness. ठीक है, अब ये देखिए these are all measurable characteristics, we can have some measures of correctness, ठीक है. जिस तरह हम जो टेस्टिंग करते हैं, टेस्टिंग में जितने बग्स निकले, अगर ज़्यादा बग निकले तो हमारे प्रोडक्ट की क्वालिटी ख़राब है, ठीक है, क्योंकि वो करेक्टली परफॉर्म नहीं कर रही. सो दैट इज़ अ मेजर ऑफ करेक्टनेस, ठीक है. देन वी हैव मेंटेनेबिलिटी, ठीक है. देन वी हैव पोर्टेबिलिटी, कि कितने डिवाइसेस के ऊपर पोर्टेबल है, कितने ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम्स के ऊपर पोर्टेबल है, कितने नेटवर्क के ऊपर चलता है, ठीक है. देन वी हैव दिस टेस्टेबिलिटी. देन वी हैव यूजेबिलिटी मेजर्स. यूजेबिलिटी हम कैसे मेजर कर सकते हैं? फॉर एग्जांपल वी हैव मेड अ वेरी गुड प्रोडक्ट, ठीक है, एंड एवरी यूजर कैन बी trained to use this product in maybe minimum number of time, ठीक है, or the least amount of time, so the product is very usable. And similarly reliability, आपकी product कभी fail ही नहीं होती, ठीक है. You have tested, you have ran it for maybe 2 months straight and it's not trashed, so you say okay my product is very reliable, so you have a measure to that as well. So this is a measurable quantity, आप इसको quantify भी कर सकते हैं, ठीक है जी. It's a measurable characteristic. Then you can measure the efficiency as well, integrity, reusability and interoperability. So quality is basically any measurable characteristic. We've seen different terms here. So if we say that our product is correct, it's maintainable, it's portable, okay, it's testable, it's usable, then we will say that our product is of good quality. Okay ji. Now let's go through some of the quality terminologies before we actually start indulge more in what do we mean by software quality assurance, how do we ensure it. Okay, these are the terms that we will be looking at. Okay, so number one is quality of design. What do we mean by quality of design? It refers to the characteristics that the designers specify for an item. Okay ji. Now as a designer you can say that my good design will look something like that, ठीक है जी. Okay, so it is the quality of design means कि आपने जो design किया, how good is that. Then you have quality of conformance. Quality of conformance is the degree to which the design specifications are followed during manufacturing, ठीक है. यानी कि आपने डिज़ाइन के अंदर बता दिया कि these are the characteristics which my product should have and they would define that the design is good, ठीक है. That is at the design stage, but when you are implementing, ठीक है, or when you are manufacturing that product based on those characteristics, so you are when we say quality of conformance, तो we try to make sure कि कितनी आपने उसको फॉलो किया, जो आपने क्वालिटी ऑफ डिज़ाइन आपने इस्टेब्लिश किया था कि दिस इज़ माई क्वालिटी ऑफ डिज़ाइन, तो यू ट्राई टू गेज कि आपने इससे कंफर्म किया कि नहीं किया. इफ़ यू हैव कंफर्म तो यू से ओके द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक दैट यू सेट एट दिस लेवल when we produce the product we have made sure that this is of this quality, ठीक है. that is quality of conformance. Okay, then we have quality control. What do we mean by quality control? Quality control is the series of inspections, reviews and tests used throughout the development cycle to ensure that each work product meets the requirement placed upon it. Okay, यानी कि when you are actually doing designing, when you are implementing, when you are gathering requirements, when you are testing, so you have certain procedures, ठीक है, or you have certain measures which you take to ensure कि आपने जो अपने standards कंपनी के सेट किए हुए थे, आपने जो SRS बनाई है whether this is of that standard or not, आपने जो software design document बनाया whether that is of this standard or not, the code that you have written, ठीक है, the variable naming that you have done, the number of comments that you have in your code, whether they are of the quality that you boast upon, उस level के हैं कि नहीं है. For example, then the software test cases that you have written, whether they are detailed or not, you know. So you quality control is the process जिसके अंदर हम inspections करते हैं, ठीक है. We do reviews to make sure कि वो जो आपने requirements, the design, the quality requirements that you have set for your company, whether you're following them or not in producing different kind of artifacts. And then you have quality policy, ठीक है. It refers to the basic aims and objectives of an organization regarding quality as stipulated by management. So overall company they can have quality policies, okay, and they are used as guidelines for quality control as well. Okay, then you have quality assurance. What do we mean by quality assurance? It consists of the auditing and reporting function of management, ठीक है. यानी कि as a project manager I would be responsible for quality assurance. I would run different reports through which I will say कि जी product की quality assure हो रही है कि नहीं हो रही, ठीक है जी. So that is a management function. Then we have cost of quality. It includes all the costs incurred in the pursuit of quality or in performing quality related activities such as appraisal costs, failure costs and external failure costs. यानी कॉस्ट ऑफ क्वालिटी के अंदर सब चीजें इंक्लूडेड है. एक तो उस तरह की कॉस्ट है कि आप क्वालिटी को इंश्योर करने के लिए जो आपको कॉस्ट एक्स्ट्रा लगानी पड़ रही है, दैट इज ऑल्सो पार्ट ऑफ इट. फिर if you found some problems through some reviews and you're spending some money to actually fix those, so they are also included in cost of quality. Then you have quality planning. This is the process of assessing the requirements of the procedure and of the product and the context in which these must be observed. ठीक है, यानी कि हमने ये तो डिसाइड कर लिया था कि जी SRS हमारी इस क्वालिटी की होनी चाहिए. ठीक है, फिर हमने देख लिया कि यार ये हमारा कस्टमर है. ठीक है, मे बी ही इज नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन गेटिंग दोज रिक्वायरमेंट्स ऑफ दैट क्वालिटी, मे बी. सो सर आवर कॉन्टेक्स्ट इज डिफरेंट. फॉर एग्जांपल, you are a software producing company and you have got two projects. In one project you have to submit to the government. ठीक है जी, and this is e-government project, and the government is interested in lots of documentation. They want to get really good SRS. So the context is that they want SRS which should be very very good. Whereas there is another customer. With that customer, you're following a totally different process model. Let's say you're following an agile process model, and the customer is more keen to get functionality in each increment, and he is not concerned how you write requirements and how you produce design and anything like that. So the context in those two cases is different. Okay? So you're planning for the project A, which is e-government project, and the planning for the quality planning for the project B would be totally different. So that is what we mean by quality planning. कि आप उस context के अंदर the requirements, quality requirements, they would, you try to gauge कि आप किससे काम करें. Then you have this quality testing. Quality testing is the assessment of the extent to which a test objective meets given requirements. ठीक है, okay जी. And then you make the quality assurance plan. जैसे हमने कहा था कि quality assurance that's a management function, so you make a plan for that, and that plan is the central aid for planning and checking the quality assurance. So whenever a manager, क्योंकि अब जब हम प्लान करते हैं, उस प्लान के अंदर हम लिख देते हैं कि जी हमने इतनी डेट को रिव्यूज करने हैं, एंड जो प्लान रिव्यूज को हम कहते हैं फॉर्मल रिव्यूज, एंड यू कैन ऑल्सो कंडक्ट इनफॉर्मल रिव्यूज. देन यू कैन हैव ऑडिट्स. ठीक है, सो एवरीथिंग इज प्लान एंड रिटन व्हेन यू मेक दिस क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस प्लान. Then another thing that you can have is quality assurance system. So quality assurance system is the organizational structure, responsibilities, procedures, processes and resources for implementing quality management. So anything that is part of ensuring quality or assuring quality, that is part of this quality assurance system. So you can see that all these terms, they are in place in all the companies at maybe different levels. ठीक है, हो सकता है किसी कंपनी ने क्वालिटी ऑफ डिजाइन को बहुत स्पेसिफिकली या फॉर्मली डिफाइन ना किया हो, लेकिन दे वुड हैव सर्टेन स्टैंडर्ड्स. ठीक है, even smallest companies, they have different conventions of naming variables. ठीक है, so you can say that they have certain quality of design guidelines. ठीक है, फिर they do check कि वो conform करते हैं उनसे कि नहीं करते. Again the level might be different. कोई बहुत बड़ी और बहुत फॉर्मल सी कंपनी है, मे बी a CMMI level 5 company, ठीक है, they would, or ISO 9001 company, they would have very specific ways of checking. लेकिन again there are companies who may not very strictly follow that. तो ये सारी की सारी चीजें, they are part of quality and they might be in place in different companies, लेकिन इनको कितना follow करते हैं, that would vary across different companies. Okay. So before we again, this is a very interesting slide, I actually like it a lot. Okay. We can say कि जो cost of error है, ठीक है, that actually increases many times. ठीक है, अगर आप उस एक error है, for example आपने ये पेन बनाना शुरू किया, the pen that I'm holding. Okay, now let's say कि there was a technical fault in it. ठीक है, there was a small problem in it कि जो spring इसके अंदर था, जब आप इसको खोल के बंद करते हैं और इसकी निब को बाहर निकालता है, तो let's assume there was a spring in it. ठीक है, और you figured out at the very early stages of the design and development कि उस spring की जो strength है वो शायद कितनी होनी चाहिए. ठीक है, to actually make this pen durable and make this pen last for through its lifetime and function properly. So if we would have figured that error at the beginning, ठीक है, तो हमारी जो relative cost of error थी वो कम होती. ठीक है, जितना लेट हम कोई एरर पकड़ते हैं उतनी उसकी कॉस्ट बढ़ती जाती है. ठीक है, अगेन लेट्स से यू आर मेकिंग an ERP system, you are designing a very complex ERP system. ठीक है, and you were not very careful when you were designing the different entities or when you are designing the database of that particular system, ठीक है. और at that stage you were not very careful in identifying कि यार कौन से tables मुझे बनाने हैं, ठीक है. and आपने वो शुरू में चीज़ अगर आइडेंटिफाई कर लेते तो अभी आपने उसके ऊपर कोई भी इम्प्लीमेंटेशन नहीं की थी, ठीक है. तो कॉमन सेंस है कि क्योंकि आपने कुछ भी नहीं किया था तो आपकी एरर की कॉस्ट कम होगी. इसी तरह अगर आपने पूरा सिस्टम बना लिया एंड देन यू रियलाइज ओ यार आई मिस समथिंग दैट इज वाज वेरी क्रिटिकल, ओके, देन द कॉस्ट जितनी आपको उसके ऊपर एफर्ट लगानी पड़ेगी टू रैप अराउंड दैट प्रॉब्लम, दैट वुड बी अ लॉट. You would need to put maybe lot of effort, you would need to write lot of lines of code, ठीक है. तो आपका जो एरर की कॉस्ट है वो बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाएगी, ठीक है. यही ग्राफ यही बता रहा है कि अगर तो आप एरर ढूंढ लें रिक्वायरमेंट की स्टेज के ऊपर, ठीक है, तो हमने कह दिया कि जी उसकी कॉस्ट जो है रिलेटिव कॉस्ट ऑफ करेक्टिंग एन एरर इज 1 टाइम. लेट्स से कि अगर हमने रिक्वायरमेंट पे ढूंढ लिया, हमने कह दिया जी हमारी कॉस्ट ऑफ रिमूविंग दैट एरर इज 1. जब हमने डिज़ाइन पे किया तो हमारी कॉस्ट जो है 3 to 6 टाइम्स बढ़ गई है, ठीक है. यू कैन सी कि हमारी कॉस्ट जो है वो हर स्टेज के ऊपर बढ़ती जा रही है. इसी तरह अगर हमने कोडिंग के वक्त कर लिया तो इट्स 10 टाइम्स. व्हेन वी डू इट एट डेवलपमेंट, ठीक है, डेवलपमेंट के बाद अब टेस्टिंग कर रहे हैं उस वक्त कर लिया तो इट्स 15 to 40 टाइम्स, ठीक है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल वी आर स्टेट ऑफ इंटीग्रेशन टेस्टिंग एंड व्हेन वी आर डूइंग सिस्टम टेस्टिंग उस वक्त भी आपने कर लिया तो इट्स 30 to 70 टाइम्स. But when the problem really gets out of hand, that you have actually delivered the product to the customer, you have actually deployed the product and the customer actually starts using it, उस वक्त आपको एरर पता लगता है तो the cost can go up to 1000 times, ठीक है. Imagine करें how big that would that be, ठीक है. 1000 times, this would be huge, ठीक है. And you can study different examples, ठीक है. Different companies they produce lots of stuff and they deliver to the customer. You can look at engineering problems. There are different case studies. जिसके अंदर एक स्टडी के अंदर टोयोटा को अपनी गाड़ियाँ वापस मंगवानी पड़ी, ठीक है. There are companies where different companies have to because of maybe wrong compressors they had to bring back all their refrigerators. You can look at the web, you will find various very interesting case studies. Okay, people produced products which when they delivered to the customer they actually figured out oh there is a serious problem. लेकिन क्योंकि वो अपनी customer base खराब नहीं करना चाहते तो उन्हें वो सारी product वापस मंगवाई and they corrected the problem and then send them back, ठीक है. So this is very important and how do we ensure कि हमारी ये वाली गलती हमसे ना हो कि हम error पहले ही ढूंढ लें. That is why we have procedures in place to ensure quality. That's why we do software quality assurance, ठीक है. In the software industry we call it software quality assurance and in the other domains, for example engineering, you will call it quality assurance, ठीक है जी. तो that's why we want to assure कि जी हमारी product हमारी quality के जितने भी procedures होते हैं वो इसीलिए होते हैं. We do all these reviews, we do all these different things to ensure quality, to make sure कि हम error को शुरू में ही पकड़ लें, ठीक है. error को हम यहाँ पे पकड़ लें, हम यहाँ पर ना जाने देंगे. यहाँ पे जब चला गया तो उसकी कॉस्ट जो है दैट विल बी आउट ऑफ हैंड, ठीक है. एंड वी कैन लूज आवर कस्टमर्स एज वेल, वी कैन लूज आवर क्रेडिबिलिटी इन द इंडस्ट्री. सो दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट वी करेक्ट द एरर और वी फाइंड द एरर एट द बिगिनिंग. ओके जी, नाउ व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट एलिमेंट्स ऑफ सॉफ्टवेयर क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस? देयर आर डिफरेंट स्टैंडर्ड्स that are followed. Okay ji, let's quickly see what are the different things. Okay, so what are the different elements of software quality assurance? There are different standards, ठीक है. Example of standard is कि जिसमें आपने सुना होगा बहुत से कि there are companies who are ISO 9001, 9002 certified. Then there is another certification जिसे हम कहते हैं CMMI certification, ठीक है. Capability Maturity Model Integrated, ठीक है. इसके भी different levels होते हैं. There are companies which are from level 1 to level 5. कोई भी कंपनी CMM पे सर्टिफाई होना चाहती है तो दैट इज बाय डिफॉल्ट एट लेवल 1. दे कैन गो फॉर एन अप्रेजल, दे वांट टू गो टू लेवल 2, लेवल 3, लेवल 4, लेवल 5. लेवल 5 इज द हाईएस्ट लेवल ऑफ CMMI सर्टिफिकेशन, ठीक है. तो देयर कैन बी डिफरेंट स्टैंडर्ड्स, ठीक है. एंड दीज स्टैंडर्ड्स आर बेसिकली इंश्योर्ड बाय दीज. इफ अगर कोई कंपनी कहती है ISO 9001 है तो दे वुड हैव सर्टेन स्टैंडर्ड्स ऑफ प्रोड्यूसिंग सर्टेन प्रोडक्ट्स. इसी तरह अगर कोई कंपनी कहती है कि जो CMMI सर्टिफाइड है तो हर स्टेप के लिए दे वुड हैव देन some standards. रिक्वायरमेंट गैदरिंग के लिए उनके कुछ स्टैंडर्ड्स होंगे, क्वालिटी के लिए, डिजाइन के लिए उनके कुछ स्टैंडर्ड्स होंगे, इंप्लीमेंटेशन के लिए उनके कोई स्टैंडर्ड्स होंगे. तो दिस इज द फर्स्ट एलिमेंट ऑफ क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस. ओके, देन द सेकंड एलिमेंट व्हिच इज वेरी क्रिटिकल इज द रिव्यूज एंड ऑडिट्स. ओके, नाउ व्हाट आर रिव्यूज? रिव्यू कैन बी एज सिंपल एज, फॉर एग्जांपल आपने एक डॉक्यूमेंट लिखा और क्वालिटी की टीम से एक बंदे ने आके वो डॉक्यूमेंट को पढ़ा और उसमें से अंग्रेजी की गलतियां निकाल दी, ठीक है. So the person from the quality team who has actually came and identified all the grammatical or all the formatting mistakes in your document, he is ensured that your document is of good quality and is presentable to the customer, ठीक है. So that is a very simple example of a review, ठीक है. And then there can be more complex reviews जिसमें आपने for example पूरे के पूरे SRS document लिखा हुआ है, तो you have technical people and you have maybe quality, you know, so आपकी quality team के अंदर you can make a group of, you can make a team जिसके अंदर you can have a business analyst, you can have a quality person, and they sit together and they try to review that document, ठीक है. So the reviews can be like that. Reviews normally दो तरह के होते हैं. We can perform formal reviews जब हम इसकी प्लानिंग कर रहे होते हैं, तो वी एक्चुअली प्लान, जो भी प्लान रिव्यूज होते हैं जिनका टाइम भी पता होता है और टीम्स भी बनी होती है, कॉल्ड फॉर्मल रिव्यूज. देन क्वालिटी टीम दे कैन कंडक्ट इनफॉर्मल रिव्यूज एज वेल, ठीक है. एंड देन यू कैन हैव ऑडिट्स, ठीक है. ऑडिट्स दे आर काइंड ऑफ मोर स्ट्रिक्ट, ठीक है, जहाँ पे यू लुक एट द पर्टिकुलर आर्टिफैक्ट्स और आप देखते हैं कि यार ये आर्टिफैक्ट में क्या क्या गलती है, एंड यू ट्राई टू फिगर आउट हु इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर मेकिंग दोज मिस्टेक्स. Okay, then another element of quality assurance is testing, ठीक है. सॉफ्टवेयर के केस में जब हम सॉफ्टवेयर टेस्टिंग करते हैं, हम जब टेस्टिंग कर रहे होते हैं तो वी वांट टू मेक श्योर कि हमारी प्रोडक्ट एक एक्सेप्टेबल क्वालिटी की है, ठीक है. जैसे हमने डिस्कस किया था कि टेस्टिंग का एक गोल क्या होता है, क्रेडिबिलिटी, ठीक है. और क्रेडिबिलिटी डिफाइंस के ये, फॉर एग्जांपल मेरी क्रेडिबिलिटी कैसे इंडस्ट्री में, इफ आई एम अ पर्सन हु प्रोड्यूसेस डिफरेंट सॉफ्टवेयर, तो हाउ पीपल वुड से कि मेरी प्रोडक्ट्स अच्छी हैं, दे वुड से यार इसकी प्रोडक्ट अच्छी क्वालिटी की है, तो दिस वुड डिफाइन माई क्रेडिबिलिटी, ठीक है, ठीक है. जैसे आपने ई लर्निंग की वेबसाइट्स के ऊपर देखा होगा कि व्हेन यू बिड फॉर डिफरेंट प्रोजेक्ट्स और आप प्रोजेक्ट करके देते जाते हैं, तो योर प्रोफाइल, आपके प्रोफाइल की रेटिंग होती जाती है, ठीक है. और द हाईएस्ट रेटिंग मीन्स कि ये जो बंदा है ये टाइम भी पे भी काम भी करके देता है और इसकी क्वालिटी भी सही होती है, तो कस्टमर सेटिस्फेक्शन वहां से पता लगती है. और टेस्टिंग, वी डू टेस्टिंग to make sure our product is of good quality, और जब quality अच्छी होगी तो customer would be happy, he would give us good rating and we will be more credible. Okay जी. And then error, defect collection and analysis, ठीक है. जिससे हमने देखा था कि there is a distinct process in software testing जिसको हम कहते हैं test process analysis. उसके अंदर हम करते क्या हैं, we conduct an analysis of the overall testing process, ठीक है. We basically generate, हमने reports different generate की होती हैं क्लोजर स्टेज के ऊपर कि कितने बग्स निकले थे, किस डेवलपर के कितने बग्स थे, किस टेस्टर ने कितने बग निकाले थे, हमने इनको फिक्स कितनी देर में किया था. ओके, सो वी डू एन एनालिसिस, सो वी वांट टू मेक इंप्रूव द टेस्टिंग प्रोसेस. देन यू हैव चेंज मैनेजमेंट, ठीक है. दैट इज वेरी क्रिटिकल टू इंश्योर क्वालिटी. दिस इज वेरी क्रिटिकल कि कस्टमर ने, क्योंकि कस्टमर वुड कीप ऑन कमिंग विद लॉट्स ऑफ चेंजेस थ्रू आउट द डेवलपमेंट प्रोसेस, ठीक है. एंड whenever customer comes with a change, you need to have a proper procedure in place, ठीक है. You should not straight away say कि जी we will accept this change and we will implement that in the product, ठीक है. और इसका नुकसान क्या हो सकता है, ठीक है. इसका नुकसान ये हो सकता है कि फॉर एग्जांपल ये आपका कस्टमर है, ठीक है. अब ये आपकी पूरी टीम यहाँ पे बैठी हुई है, डिफरेंट लोग डिफरेंट तरह के काम कर रहे हैं, ओके जी. एंड दे आर वर्किंग ऑन अ प्रोडक्ट जो किसी कस्टमर के लिए वो बना रहे हैं, और ये आपका एक बंदा है जो कि आपकी इस पूरी टीम को ओवरसी कर रहा है. ही नोज कि कौन सा बंदा किस चीज़ के ऊपर काम कर रहा है. मे बी दिस ही इज़ द प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर, ठीक है, एंड ही इज़ द कस्टमर एंड दिस इज़ द टीम. अब whenever customer can request for a change to one person in this team, for example ये person A था, customer ने person A से कहा कि यार I want to change something in the product, and what customer A should do, that he should go and report this to the project manager, and then project manager should actually assess कि what will be the impact of this change, should we actually execute this change, ठीक है. And if they agree to actually make that change, then he needs to inform everybody कि this is something that is changed in the product, ताकि बाकी सारे टीम मेंबर्स को भी ये इन्फॉर्मेशन मिले, ठीक है. तो इन्फॉर्मेशन का फ्लो ये होना चाहिए कि यहाँ से प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर को जाए, एंड देन प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर इन्फॉर्म्स एवरीबॉडी कि देयर इज सम चेंज इन द प्रोडक्ट, ठीक है. But where this would be the right way of doing it, and if we have a proper change management procedures in place, so then we will do that. Whereas what a mistake that this person A can make, that he can accept the change directly and he can make the change, और उसने project manager को भी inform नहीं किया, then the product would start performing inconsistently, or it can, it may not, but it can, ठीक है. And when it can, then it's a very serious problem. Okay, so there should be proper practices in place that how we need to manage changes that are being requested by the customer. Okay, then another element of software quality assurance is education, that we need to educate our team okay, about the standards, okay, about reviews, okay, and about how to calculate, how to test the product, okay, how to generate different reports to make sure कि हमारा testing process कैसा है, how we need to educate them about change management, ठीक है. There are different companies who send their employees to get trained on any of these models. CMMI certified लोग होते हैं, and then they have ISO certified. So basically you need to have people, you need to educate people about quality as well, and then you need to have proper practices for vendor management, similarly security management, safety and risk management, ठीक है. If you have, these are all the different elements. Why we call them elements? Because they all contribute in ensuring that the product that you are going to make is of good quality. They actually ensure that you have proper software quality assurance practices are being followed in the company. So some of them, they are very critical, some of them they might not be in different. So किसी एक scenario के अंदर कोई एक factor, maybe it would be more relevant, but it may not be more relevant in another scenario. लेकिन all of them, they contribute and they are called elements of software quality assurance. ठीक है जी. So these are the different elements of software quality assurance. Next, let's quickly see that what are the software quality assurance tasks. Okay ji. So the first one is that you prepare an SQA plan for a project. Okay? Now as a quality assurance manager or as a person who is responsible for ensuring quality, maybe it's the project manager or whoever, you need to make a plan for the overall project. For example, आपने project 6 महीने में complete करके देना है, तो you need to make sure कि उन 6 महीने के अंदर how you will ensure quality in each step that is being taken. Okay, and participates in the development of the project's software process description. ठीक है, reviews software engineer activities. अब ये जो software quality assurance के क्या क्या काम है, you have to participate in the development of the project. ठीक है, you need to review the software engineering activities. Software engineering की क्या क्या activities है? We have seen requirement gathering, ठीक है, you need producing design documents and then testing. So जो काम आप करते जा रहे हैं, ठीक है, software engineer as a software quality manager or the person who ensures quality, he need to basically check their work. ठीक है, then audits designated software work products to verify compliance with those defined as part of the software process. जिस तरह हमने कहा कि आपने SRS के एक स्टैंडर्ड रखा हुआ है कि मेरी कंपनी से जो भी SRS निकलेगी वो इस स्टैंडर्ड की होगी. अब जब आपके सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर्स ने SRS बना लिया तो यू विल कंडक्ट एन ऑडिट, ठीक है, एंड यू विल बेसिकली सी कि इसके अंदर सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर्स ने whether they have complied to my standards or not. Then ensure that the deviations in the software work and work products are documented, handled according to a documented procedure. यानी कि पहली बात तो ये है कि आपने जो डिफेक्ट्स को पकड़ा, ठीक है, then you need to document them and you need to handle them, और इनके डॉक्यूमेंट करने को और हैंडल करने का भी you need to follow a certain procedure. ठीक है, again why? क्योंकि उस प्रोसीजर से हमें ये पता लगेगा कि कितनी तरह के लोग इससे कंप्लाई नहीं कर रहे थे और क्यों नहीं कर रहे थे, ठीक है, and whether we have corrected them or not. So we have proper documenting procedures for those defects that are being found through these audits and reviews. Okay, and then finally records and non-compliance and report to this. Record any non-compliance. It should not be an, it should be any non-compliance and reports to senior management. ठीक है, इसकी बड़ी सिंपल सी एग्जांपल ये है कि फॉर एग्जांपल if there are people coming in late, then maybe you record कि जी ये लोग लेट आते हैं, then you report it to the senior management. Reason is कि you want to make sure कि आपके लोग सारे punctual है, they come on time. ठीक है, तो that is one way of ensuring quality. Okay जी, so I think that is as far as we will go in today's lecture on software quality assurance. We will carry on with this topic in the next lecture as well. But before that, let's quickly see what we have covered about, or what we have learned about quality assurance in today's lecture. Okay, before finishing this lecture, let's quickly summarize what we have covered about and what we have learned about software quality assurance in today's lecture. Okay, so we call software quality assurance, we call it an umbrella activity. Why we call it? Because we want to make sure that in analysis, in design, in testing, in implementation, everywhere quality is ensured. ठीक है, so जब आप SRS बना रहे हैं तो अगर you have certain standards in your company, तो you need to follow those standards. When you're implementing, और आपकी code implementation के अंदर you have certain standards for naming your variables, you have certain standards कि आपने per line इतने comments देने, so you need to follow that. So quality should be everywhere. Implementation के अंदर भी, testing के अंदर भी, deploy करने के अंदर भी, and providing support to the customer. So So we say कि software quality assurance, this is an umbrella activity, it basically exists everywhere. And what is quality? How do we define quality? We say कि any measurable characteristic, ठीक है, that is quality. जिस तरह आप अगर correctness अपने product के measure कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, उसकी usability, ठीक है, उसकी reliability. So then we discuss there are different ways of ensuring correctness, ठीक है, there are different ways of ensuring that your product is interoperable. For example, आप कहते हैं जी इतनी मैंने टेस्टिंग की, उसमें इतने एरर्स निकले, ठीक है, जैसे जैसे एरर कम होते जाएंगे तो आप कहेंगे मेरी प्रोडक्ट की क्वालिटी इंप्रूव होती जा रही है, ठीक है. इसी तरह अगर आपने एक प्रोडक्ट बनानी शुरू की है, वो सिर्फ एक वेबसाइट बना है जो सिर्फ एक ब्राउजर पे चलती है, तो वो इतनी अच्छी क्वालिटी की नहीं है, ठीक है, क्योंकि वो एक ब्राउजर स्पेसिफिक है. अगर आप उसको ऐसे ही बना देंगे कि विच रन्स ऑन एवरी ब्राउजर, ठीक है, तो कहेंगे यार ये दैट इज ऑफ better quality, ठीक है. इसी तरह if you're making an application which is operating system specific, then maybe that is not of a very good quality, and then you need to expand it. Okay, then we discussed there are different quality terminologies, ठीक है, जिसके अंदर हमने देखा कि what do we mean by quality of design, ठीक है, कि वो उसको हमने कहा कि designer can specify कि if these things are there in my, these characteristics are there in my product, तो मेरी product अच्छी quality होगी. Then we saw कि quality of conformance कहती है कि जो डिजाइनर ने स्पेसिफाई किए थे जब आपने मैन्युफैक्चर किया तो वेदर यू मेड श्योर कि वो आपने फॉलो किया कि नहीं किया, ठीक है, दैट इज क्वालिटी ऑफ कन्फॉर्मेंस, ठीक. देन वी सॉ कि जी यू हैव क्वालिटी प्लानिंग, यू हैव सॉफ्टवेयर क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस एंड यू हैव सॉफ्टवेयर क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस प्लानिंग. सो दीज आर ऑल द डिफरेंट टर्म्स एंड वी सेड कि दोज थिंग्स आर देयर इन प्लेस, दे आर इन प्लेस इन डिफरेंट कंपनीज, लेकिन हो सकता है कि कुछ कंपनीज के अंदर इन चीज़ों के ऊपर ज़्यादा एम्फेसिस हो, कुछ के अंदर कम हो, लेकिन एवरीवेयर दे डू एग्जिस्ट. Then we saw a very interesting slide which said कि जब आप एरर जल्दी पकड़ लेते हैं, ठीक है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल हमने अज्यूम किया कि अगर हमने एरर रिक्वायरमेंट गैदरिंग स्टेज पे पकड़ लिया तो हमने कहा कि जी इसकी कॉस्ट, जो इसको एरर रिमूव करने की कॉस्ट होगी वो 1 होगी, ठीक है. देन वी सॉ कि विद ईच स्टेज और विद ईच स्टेप ऑफ डेवलपमेंट, यानी कि रिक्वायरमेंट्स, फिर आपका डिज़ाइन आ गया, फिर आपका कोड आ गया, जो कॉस्ट है इट इज़ इंक्रीजिंग, ठीक है. यहाँ पर 1 थी, यहाँ पे 3 to 6 टाइम होगी, यहाँ पे 10 to something टाइम्स होगी. और फाइनली हमने कहा कि जब आप कस्टमर को फाइनली अगर प्रोडक्ट दे देते हैं तो द कॉस्ट कैन गो अप टू 1000 टाइम्स, ठीक है. यानी कि एरर को जल्दी ढूंढने का ये फायदा है कि इफ यू फाइंड एन एरर अर्ली तो यू कैन रिड्यूस द कॉस्ट और द मनी दैट यू विल स्पेंड इन फिक्सिंग दैट बग, ठीक है जी. एंड हाउ डू यू फाइंड एरर्स अर्ली? By ensuring that your product is of good quality. When you ensure that, so you have more probability of finding the problems in your product. Okay, and then finally we saw what are the different elements or what are the different things that are part of software quality assurance. उसके अंदर हमने क्या क्या चीज़ें देखी थी कि we said कि you have certain standards, ठीक है. उसके अंदर स्टैंडर्ड्स के अंदर हमने एग्जांपल दी कि आपकी कंपनी ISO सर्टिफाइड है तो उसने कुछ स्टैंडर्ड उसके डिफाइन किए होंगे. Then we saw कि you can have certain change management practices, उनके भी procedures होते हैं, they are part of software quality assurance. Similarly, risk management, that is an element of software quality assurance. Okay. Similarly, you can have your vendor management, that is also part of software quality assurance. Your reviews, your audits, they are part of software quality assurance. So these are different things that you do to ensure that your product is of good quality. So this is what we have covered in today's lecture on software quality assurance. We will continue with our discussion on quality in the next lecture, and we will see some statistical techniques of ensuring whether our product is of good quality or not. So till then, take care, and inshallah we'll meet in the next lecture. Assalamu alaikum.